After recapping what went down during day 1 of the draft, regarding trades, we had yet another slew of deals that came about yesterday as well. Obviously, they're not as headline worthy as the others, but still very meaningful in the long run. Today, we'll be going over a trio of trades that were recently made in an attempt to dissect each one and the repercussions that they may have long term. And with that, here are the trades from draft day number 2 dissected. Following the news that Marc-Andre Fleury was indeed re-signed by the Minnesota Wild, the already slim selection of goalies appeared to be bleak. However, after the second day of the NHL entry draft, that list has gotten even shorter. One of the 2 trades that involved goalies had former Blues goalie Ville Husso being dealt to the Detroit Red Wings. In turn, St. Louis received a 3rd-round pick. While it may seem like an underpayment at first glance, considering the fact that the Wings received Husso's signing rights only, it makes sense in the grand scheme of things. After Jordan Binnington solidified his place in net for the Blues in 2019, Doug Armstrong was sure to return the favor in the form of a lengthy contract. With that being said, despite the fact that Husso was indeed drafted and developed by the Blues organization, Armstrong knew that he'd eventually have to choose between the 2 tendies. Therefore, knowing fair and well that he was going to lose Husso in free agency anyways, the GM entertained the idea of getting something back for him, instead of letting him walk in a few days for nothing. Husso was rumored to be leaving months before the offseason began, and for good reason, due to the fact that he was one of the best league-wide regarding save percentage. Husso made sure to do himself a favor and set himself up for a decent payday. With a .919 save percentage and a 2.56 goals against average, the netminder outperformed Binnington substantially. As far as Detroit is concerned, GM Steve Yzerman is going to be able to pay Husso what he's truly worth. We'll have one heck of a tandem moving forward featuring Husso and Alex Nedeljkovic. Probably the most intriguing trade on this list was the one that sent Tony DeAngelo to the city of brotherly love. Along with the defenseman, Philly also received a 7th-round pick from Carolina. The Canes in turn required a 4th-round pick, a 3rd-rounder for next year, and a 4th-round pick in 2025. DeAngelo had already revealed to the Flyers that he would be interested in signing a contract right away, and pretty much as soon as the deal was finalized, DeAngelo was given a 2-year contract valued at $10 million. This move really makes you wonder about the long-term status of Ryan Ellis, and also the future regarding Keith Yandle. Ellis, who was sidelined with injuries for all but 4 games last campaign, was one of the many reasons why Philly struggled to be competitive last season. As for Yandle, even though he did eclipse the Ironman record he was chasing, the defenseman struggled immensely. It'll be interesting to watch Yandle's situation moving forward, considering that he has 1 more year left on his contract. As for DeAngelo, who's coming off of a 51-point season, he'll likely be assigned to run the power play right away. The right side of the D-core will then feature DeAngelo and Ristolainen in the first 2 pairings. The most intriguing aspect of the trade will be how DeAngelo will respond under the leadership of no-nonsense coach John Tortorella. It was no secret that Capitals GM Brian McClellan wanted to upgrade his goaltending tandem eventually. And really, neither Vitek Vanecek nor Ilya Samsonov had the best season last campaign, as both goalies failed to secure the position of being the bona fide starter. However, the better of the 2, at least last season anyways, was a goalie that was recently dealt to the Garden State. The Devils not only received Vanecek, but also a 2nd-round pick from this year's draft. Knowing that he'll be relatively inexpensive, GM Tom Fitzgerald has taken the first step here in addressing the gaping hole the Devils have in nets. With the uncertainty still remaining regarding Mackenzie Blackwood's future, it's unknown as to what role Vanecek will be given next season. However, knowing that he recorded a decent .908 save percentage, he should be able to deliver a certain amount of needed stability. As far as their side of the deal went, the Capitals then received a 2nd-round pick that was 9 places lower than the one they gave away, and a 3rd-rounder as well. Knowing that they did take a swing at landing Marc-Andre Fleury for the last deadline, I'd suspect that McClellan is going to be on the hunt this summer for a starter this free agency.